WWL Louisiana Morning News starts now.
Truly happy you're starting your Tuesday with us here on the WWL Louisiana Morning News. Good morning to you. I'm Brandon Walker. It's November 14th. We've got all the day's top headlines coming up in just a moment. But first, let's get checked in with your weather with meteorologist Payton Malone. Drizzling out there, sir.
Oh, yeah, not the prettiest of mornings, Brandon, but it's kind of got that mood to it.
Right. That stay in bed mood.
That stay in bed and not want to get out the door.
Right.
So unfortunately, that's what a lot of today is going to look like. And Brandon, I don't see any sun in the forecast for several more days. So get ready for it. We are kicking off the morning very, very soggy. The roads are wet. Colleen will have a big traffic update for you later on in the show, but this is what it looks like. You're greeted with the clouds, the light rain. And I tell you what, it has rained, at least in my house, it rained from all yesterday, all night long, still raining this morning, but it's so light it's just not adding up to much. I mean, we haven't even picked up an inch in most of our spots since the rain started yesterday. So most places are sitting at about ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch. The only spot that was a little bit heavier was back towards Morgan City and St. Mary Parish. We picked up about 1 inch to 2 inches. Now we're probably going to add another ½ an inch to 1 inch, but that's it. We're not expecting flooding from this. It's all remaining very light. And notice north of the lake, there's just a little drizzle. It's more persistent in the city, and then certainly more persistent rain down along the coast. But that's the trend this morning. Heaviest of the rain still expected to stay in the Gulf of Mexico, but we will have some passing showers on and off all day long. Temperatures are going to stay cool. We're not going to warm up. We'll stay in the low 60s. And you're going to notice the winds. They're going to be kicking in a slightly higher this afternoon. Could gust as high as 20 to 30 miles an hour, especially near our lakefront and right along the coast. That's where we have coastal flood warnings. Tomorrow, maybe a few more showers, but then that drying trend will move in towards the end of the week. We've got your full forecast, Brandon. That's all coming up here in just a little bit.
Looking forward to it, Payton, sir. Thank you. And that rain, although light, is much needed for crews still battling wildfires throughout our area. That's especially the case in New Orleans East, where firefighters say it's tough to reach the marsh that's burning, let alone put it out. Our Eleanor Tabone reports. 7:26 on this Tuesday. Good morning to you. I'm Brandon Walker with your latest morning headlines. Got some breaking news to tell you about that we're following and working to get more details about a man from Houma who is missing. Family members confirm with us that Tyler Barnett was last seen Sunday night on a Carnival cruise ship. The Coast Guard started searching by air and by boat, but had to stop because severe weather came into the area on Monday. The Coast Guard says as soon as conditions improve, they will start to search again. Also this morning, an attempted murder suspect is in jail 1 day after he was accused of cutting off his ankle monitor that was supposed to track his whereabouts. Tata Say is one of 2 teens accused of shooting a UNO student during a robbery attempt last year near the lakefront. He was supposed to go on trial in that case on yesterday, and that's when investigators say that he cut off the ankle monitor. Well, investigators arrested him overnight and booked him into the Orleans Justice Center. 7:27 now, a check of the rainy Tuesday forecast with Payton.
Oh yeah, this is a live look, Brandon, out across Bourbon Street this morning. It's gloomy. We've got light showers falling across the region, and that's going to be the story today. Passing showers. There will be times when it's dry, but still cloudy. And look at your high temperature. We're going to stay in the low 60s all day, and also throw in a wind. It is going to be rather chilly. We're breaking down a little bit more rain in that 7-day forecast, but overall, a beautiful weekend ahead. We've got more on that. That's all coming up over on WPL.
Seeing it bumper to bumper right now. Weather is heavily impacting our roadways because the roads are a lot slicker than usual. So again, very heavy delays all through Kenner and Metairie. We do have quite a bit of accidents already happening. I-10 westbound at Crowder, there's an accident on the left shoulder. In addition to that, on the eastbound side, there was an accident and finally got moved over to the shoulder, but we had all lanes blocked briefly. So it's very, very heavy right now traveling out of the city just after the high rise as well.
Thank you, Colleen. Y'all be careful out there. Still to come on WUPL at 7:30. The second annual Sober Fest is coming. The CEO of Bridge House will be joining us to talk about the event.
Today
on Great Day Louisiana. Parents always tell their children to listen to them, but how often do you listen to your child? You can discover so much about how they think and connect with the world around them when you listen and engage in sensory play. We'll explore a few activities. Then, how many languages can you say hello? While we may know a few, this vocalist can sing in 7 different languages and a variety of genres. Hear the fascinating story of Cristina Caminas, as well as her beautiful music coming up. Great Day Louisiana starts now. Louisiana, what's better than a good day? A great day.
Get ready for a brand new day. Yeah. Good things gonna come my way. Yeah. Get ready for a brand new day. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Hello, beautiful people, and thank you so much for joining us here on Great Day Louisiana. I'm your host, Malik Mingo. As always, happy Tuesday to everybody. Look at us. We've made it to a brand new day, and look, we have a great show planned for you all today. As we mentioned yesterday, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and this year, local Winn-Dixie stores are offering a whole holiday meal for, get this, under $30. You heard me. Not only are they offering great savings, they are also focused on giving back to our local community. Here to tell us more about all the things they've got going on here in our Winn-Dixie kitchen are Eric Wells, Fresh Area Manager for Winn-Dixie, and John Sillers. He's the Chief Strategy Officer for Second Harvest Food Bank. Welcome, y'all.
Hey, Malik, welcome, man.
Oh my goodness, I am super excited to be talking Thanksgiving, and my goodness, like everybody watching this, I'm sure they heard lots of food, $30. You all are calling it your Thanksgiving meal. How cute. Okay, what do we get in this meal?
WWL Louisiana News at Noon starts now.
You'll want to keep that umbrella handy today because a few light showers are expected this afternoon across the area. You can see those gray clouds right there on your screen. But this rain is exactly what we needed. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Leigha McNeil. It's another dreary day out there. You see it right there behind me. This comes after months and months of drought conditions. Although we're finally happy to see some showers, they won't be that way forever. Meteorologist Alexandra Cranford is joining us now to tell us how much longer the rain will be sticking around.
Hey, Leah, we do have some rain, but actually, interestingly, most of our land areas right now are not seeing a lot of heavy rain at this point. Mainly the showers are along and just south of our coastline. Zooming in a little closer, we do have some sprinkles, and even where the rain isn't showing up, there could easily be a sprinkle or two. But notice just not all that much heavy rain for most of our land areas, aside from extreme lower Plaquemines and around Port Fourchon. Some light rain happening there north of the lake. Same thing, we'd have a few showers, but this is not going to be super heavy rain all day. Nothing like that. In fact, what we may notice a bit more later in the day is the wind picking up as this low pressure center starts to slowly move off to the east of us.
A man from Houma has gone missing while on a cruise ship, and the Coast Guard is searching for him across hundreds of miles of the Gulf of Mexico.
We have an update from the ankle monitor company on the relatively quick arrest of a juvenile who cut off his ankle bracelet while awaiting trial for attempted murder.
And there appears to be progress on Capitol Hill and passing the first stopgap budget bill to keep the government running.
WWL Louisiana News at 5 starts now.
His bed's not slept in, and that was the last time I've seen him. So they all started searching the ship. They searched the ship, and then they went to security when they couldn't find him.
A cruise ship passenger out of New Orleans is missing, and the Coast Guard has launched the search of the Gulf of Mexico. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Charisse Gibson.
And I'm Katie Moore. Carnival Cruise Line says Tyler Barnett was reported missing around midnight Monday.
And not long after that, the Coast Guard launched a search following the path of the Carnival Glory. At one point, they paused the search due to rough weather, but they resumed again today. Eleanor DeBone joins us now with more from Barnett's family.
WWL Louisiana News at 6 starts now.
We start tonight with a WWL investigation. Good evening and thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Charisse Gibson.
And I'm Katie Moore. WWL investigator David Hammer has been tracking a spate of real estate fraud this year, and tonight he exposes a new kind of fraud involving a Metairie contractor and fake home improvement loans.
WWL Louisiana News at 6:30 starts now.
Good evening and thank you for watching us, everyone. I'm Charisse Gibson. It was built in New Orleans East with the hope of creating jobs and returning large-scale beer production to the city. And a story we broke on social media, Faubourg Brewing Company is now expected to shut down most of its beer-making operations at the Jordan Road facility. Paul Murphy reports laid-off brewery workers feel let down by the company. A series of fights broke out today at a Tangipahoa Parish school. What officials say caused them and how they plan to deal with the tense situation.
We know that children less than 2 have poor influenza outcomes compared to older children and adults.
There's a treatment option for high-risk children who get the flu, so why are less than 40% of kids getting it?
Less rain impacts and more possible coastal flooding with our Gulf low.
A New Orleans East brewery is changing, why operations at Faubourg are being scaled back. This is WWL Louisiana News at 10. Breaking news tonight, a Louisiana Tech University stabbing victim has died. The school confirmed the woman's death earlier this evening, saying the community mourns the loss of Annie Richardson. Good evening, everyone, and it's an unfortunate way to begin our show this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Charisse Gibson. Richardson and 3 others were attacked yesterday morning while leaving the Sports and Wellness Center on campus. The suspect, Jacoby Johnson, is now charged with second-degree murder. The university's president posted a statement to their website saying, quote, "Our Tech family will feel the pain of this incident for some time, but we are fortunate to have such a caring community to rely upon as we grieve together."
WWL Louisiana News at 6 begins with breaking news.
And that breaking news tonight, the search for a missing Carnival cruise passenger continues after the boat left the New Orleans port on Sunday. Good evening and thanks for watching. I'm Katie Moore.
I'm Charisse Gibson. An update come in just moments ago. This is from Carnival Cruise Line. Well, according to the company, it appears the guest reported missing Monday jumped from the ship. Eleanor DeBone joins us now live in studio with an update on that, Eleanor, tragic situation.